Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Neon, and we have, I don't know if you'd call it news, but we have a little bit of an update on Ghostbusters 3. This is coming from Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith, who knows Jason Reitman personally and has had a conversation with him about the third Ghostbusters movie. Now, I've actually had some concerns about this film ever since they announced that they were going to have a young cast. We did a previous video where they're talking that the main cast of Ghostbusters 3 will probably be 12 and 13-year-olds, which is kind of a weird decision considering how much backlash Ghostbusters 2016 had for rebooting the franchise and having an all-female cast. I don't know why they would choose to go with a bunch of kids for the next Ghostbusters movie, knowing how the fans feel about the franchise, knowing that they probably want young adults to take over the franchise from the original Ghostbusters, the three original Ghostbusters who are still with us. Anyway, Kevin Smith had a conversation with Jason Reitman. This is on comicbook.com, and he seems to think that everything is going to be okay. You know, Kevin Smith is kind of an uber nerd. Now, I do think that some of his opinions and fan theories are really pretty far out there. In fact, on the same site, they talk about Kevin Smith's theory that the Thanos we saw in Infinity War is not actually the real Thanos, but a doppelganger, a version of Thanos from another reality. That is pretty far-fetched. I don't know if I agree with that, but we'll see what he has to say about Ghostbusters 3. One topic they focused on was the recent news of an upcoming Ghostbusters film. So they're making another Ghostbusters movie. Yes, that was exciting effing news that we got last week. Smith replied, well, you guys got last week. I heard it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Shut up. Yes, he heard it a long time ago. Smith continued. Jason Reitman was over to the house and did an episode of Smodcast a couple weeks back. And before we did the show, we were sitting around talking because Jason had a bit of a rough year. He had two movies come out, and then neither of them, you know, effing set the world on fire and stuff, and they're both really well-done movies, but, you know, nothing about his work changed. If anything, he got better at his job, but the response hasn't been the same as it was earlier in his career, and I'm like, oh, I know a thing or two about that. Yeah, you do, Kevin, you do. But, anyway, the aforementioned films were Frontrunner and Tully, blah, 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 blah. So, Reitman goes on and says, I got something. Smith asked what, and Reitman revealed it would be a new Ghostbusters movie. He was beyond thrilled. I was like, holy F, man. I was sitting here counseling you on, and your break the glass plan is Ghostbusters 3. F me in the mouth. Congratulations, Smith shared. Hopefully, Jason Reitman did not take him up on his offer and did not F him in the mouth. However, he added that Reitman never wanted to follow in his father's ghostbusting footsteps. I was never going to go near that, Reitman said, but I have a take on it. In fact, Reitman was leaving the next day to shoot the teaser. Of course, that is the teaser with the rusty Ecto-1 in, presumably, in the barn on Ray's family farm. So I kept it quiet and shit. So he better put me in the effing movie, Smith joked. He told me some shit, and to be fair, he did not give it up freely, so I had to drag shit out of him, and I had to trick some shit out of him, but he told me some shit that had me go like, all right, now I just need to stay alive until 2020. Because this movie is definitely worth seeing. Well, the movie in his head is worth seeing. Definitely going to be a Ghostbusters movie that makes a lot of folks happy. Definitely going to be a Ghostbusters movie that makes a lot of folks happy. I don't think a Ghostbusters movie with an all-children cast is going to make a lot of folks happy. So clearly something else is probably going on. I don't think Sony is going to make the same mistake they made with Ghostbusters 2016, throwing out the original formula to chase after, you know, some other demographic. You know, if they're trying to do Stranger Things, I don't know if it's going to work. So either the kids are not going to be the main characters, or maybe the kids were, you know, cast as part of a flashback sequence. I don't know. Or maybe they have a really good idea that just, you know, they've got kids as the headliners. I have no idea, but I'm thinking something like this, they're gonna bring in some pretty major stars to work alongside of the original Ghostbusters, and, you know, just hiring random kids I don't think is going to work. So something else is probably going on here. I'm thinking some wires got crossed. I'm hoping some wires got crossed, and that we're not looking at an all-children cast for Ghostbusters 3, and this movie actually is going to be the Ghostbusters movie that everybody wanted. So he asked, is it ever going to be as we want it to be, his co-host? And Smith says, I think we may have something here. I think it's going to be special. And then they talk about Rick Moranis coming back. Yeah, I don't think Rick Moranis is going to come back, but it would be awesome if he did. Smith wouldn't even go there because he didn't want the internet rumor machine firing up and saying that Kevin Smith said Rick Moranis was coming back. And yeah, I don't really blame him for that. But there you go. This is coming from Kevin Smith, who had a personal conversation with Jason Reitman. This movie will apparently make a lot of people happy. So, you know, we have that, and I'm hoping that is the case. Again, I have concerns, you know, with the casting choice of young kids as the main characters. I hope that is not the case. I'm hoping some wires got crossed. I'm hoping we have adults as the main cast and working with the original Ghostbusters. And if they're going to pass the torch, then I hope that the cast they pick are really freaking awesome. They cannot afford to make another misstep with this franchise like they did with 2016. So hopefully it's just a false rumor. I don't know. What do you think? Does this make you feel any better that Kevin Smith had a conversation with Jason Reitman? Do you think Kevin Smith is jumping the gun? Do you think he's biased because the dude's his friend? I mean, what do you think? What do you think in the comments? Do you still have hope for Ghostbusters 3? I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. That's it for this episode of Clownfish TV. Please subscribe for pop culture news, views, rants, gaming videos, art videos, and more. This has been Neon. I will talk to you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.